good afternoon, all of you, and myself, Professor Dr. Akhilesh Pathak. I am working in AIMS Bathinda. It's a central institute under the government of India, and recently I have joined here. I have worked in Gujarat government since last 20 years. I am having experience of different types of autopsy performance. So we are doing all kind of medical legal autopsies in our area, and I'm having a 20 years of experience in that area with teaching. So I would like to share here one important case in which we found a new thing, that is the science of treatment in dead newborn, the surest sign of live birth. So it was a case of autopsy of a fetus, and in that we found the signs of treatment were there over the dead body, and how the medico legally it is important. I would like to know. I would like to share that. So in most of the cases, we have conducted so many autopsies regarding the fetus, and most of these cases were brought dead to us, and all these cases were medical legal cases which were brought by the police to know the cause of death and to know the manner of death in these cases. And most majority of the cases they were of abortion. They were having the history of abortion, or the cases were of the stillbirth. So these kind of cases we are getting for the autopsy, fetal examination of the autopsy, in which fetal examination of the autopsy, in which we are trying to find out the cause of death and the manner of the death. In majority of the incidences, the dead body of a fetus or newborn is disposed of in rubbish dam, or in drains, or in rivers, or roadside, either by the parents or hospital staff. After noticing the dead fetus, it is brought to us for the autopsy examination by the investigating agencies, which is police person here in India, and to know the cause of death and to find out the is there any foul play. They are coming to us with the body of this fetus for the autopsy examination. So friends, the determination of live birth in such cases is an important aspect to make a difference in legal proceedings of the case. In criminal cases, signs of live birth have to be demonstrated during autopsy, which is a challenging task to us, especially for the all kind of autopsy surgeons, because sometimes the external and internal examination of the dead fetus may also not provide definite evidence of a live birth. The postmortem examination, including external and internal examination, macroscopic and microscopic evaluation of lungs with hydrostatic tests, evaluation of umbilical cords and stomach contents, that may be helpful in some way to determine the live birth during autopsy. But in my country, especially in India, it may be useless, because in majority of the cases, when the temperature is high, we have seen that the signs of decomposition are present over the body, and decomposition has already starts. And due to the climatic condition, we are also not able to find out the specific signs of live birth. So during autopsy of a newborn infant, either stillborn or found dead, the condition of the lungs is of particular forensic interest, and histopathological examination may aid in solving the cases. Some of the authors believe that the microscopic examination of the lungs is not helpful to determine the live birth, because diffuse ectasis that can be seen in a child. So I was telling you regarding that how the cases can be having the different problems when we are conducting the autopsy. The false positive aerated alveoli, they are more commonly seen in full-term fetus, who normally makes respiratory efforts in utero before birth and leads to aspiration of amniotic fluid in alveoli. It cannot be stained with commonly used staining techniques. Whatever we are using in histopathology labs with the help of imatoxylin and eosin stains. So it gives a false impression of the aerated alveoli. So how autopsy of fetus is different from adult autopsy? So friends, medical legal autopsy of the fetus or newborn child is different from the other routine autopsies. In autopsy of the newborn child, it is essential to establish the live birth before ascertaining the cause of death. So one person can die only when he is alive. So if he is alive, then only he can die. So we have to establish the live birth before ascertaining the cause of death, and demonstration of signs of live birth during the autopsy of the newborn or fetus. In these all cases is challenging to autopsy surgeon. Sometimes even internal examination of the dead newborn may not provide enough evidence about the live birth, and hence it is also difficult to confirm it. The case presented here is having new information regarding the diagnosis of live birth, that how an important finding can be added to a forensic literature. In this case, which I am going to present here, the signs of treatment in dead fetus or newborn child were present, and it can be considered as a surest sign of live birth, which is not mentioned in literature of forensic medicine. So I've gone through so many literature of forensic medicine, so many books, journals and articles, but this sign of treatment, which can be considered as a sign of live birth, it is not mentioned anywhere. So that's why I am here with this case. So what is live birth? Live birth is considered when the newborn child is having any sign of live birth during delivery, through the child may not be breathed or completely born. If we see, according to WHO, if a fetus who is expelled out of the mother's womb at any gestational age and showing any of the following signs like breathing, heartbeat, cord pulsation, or spontaneous muscle contraction, then according to WHO, it can be considered as a live birth. Some of the authors say that in civil cases, especially in India, what we are having the experience that in civil cases, any sign of life after complete birth. So if the baby is delivered after the complete birth and having any sign of crying, movements of body or limbs, muscles contraction, etc., that can be considered as a sign of live birth. While in case of criminal cases in India, signs of live birth has to be demonstrated during the autopsy examination by a autopsy surgeon. The majority of the autopsy authors are agreed on the facts that the internal examination of the dead newborn may provide strong evidences, but it is not conclusive to ascertain the live birth due to many reasons. I have also noticed that curd-like preparation in milk, it denotes that the baby was fed after the birth, and it is considered as one of the surest sign of the live birth. The case presented here shows that the sign of treatment in dead fetus or newborn child also can be surest sign to determine the live birth, which is not mentioned in the literature of forensic medicine. So what is the history, or what is the present case history in my case? So what it was, gentlemen, dear friends, we have received a newborn male child wrapped in a purple baby sheet, and the body was recovered by the police from the roadside in Vadodara city of Gujarat in India. The inquest was prepared to know the cause of death, and the autopsy was conducted on the same day afternoon. During autopsy, we found that the dead body was of a full-term newborn male child, in which the umbilical cord was clamped with a blue color cord clamp of the hospital, which was suggesting that the delivery was conducted by a trained person. And we have also noticed that there were some greenish discoloration of the abdomen, and umbilical cord was there, which can be seen in this photograph. So guys, you can see this is the photograph of the dead body we received of a fetus. You can see the signs of the treatment over the left lower limb, over the left upper limb, and a blue cord clamp of the hospital. So this photograph is clearly showing that this baby was given treatment after the delivery. Scalp hairs in this case were black, and Wernicke's caseosa was absent over the body. The length of the fetus was 42 centimeter and weight was 1250 grams. There were intravenous prick marks over the both lower legs and left cubital fossa, which is present in photograph number 2, which was showing antemortem hematoma in surrounding tissues. So guys, this is another photograph. I have a closer view of over the left lower limb. Here you can see there are some prick marks are present over the intravenous region or over left ankle area, and ecchymosis of the blood can be seen in the surrounding tissue. So these signs of treatment can be considered as a surest sign of live birth. So ecchymosis was present over the left leg, both upper limbs and front of the chest. On internal examination, we found that both lungs were covering the chest cavity and anterior surface of the heart partly. Both lungs were marbled and they were inflated and giving the positive hydrostatic test also. So we also conducted the hydrostatic test in this case, and this test was positive and was again supported that it was a case of live birth. On cut section of the lungs, we found that the blood stained fluid was coming out with on slight pressure, and the same was also present in the trachea and bronchioles. In the present case, there were IV prick marks over the limbs, which were suggesting that the baby was alive at the time of delivery, and the efforts were made to continue his survival by offering him treatment. These signs of treatment that can be easily noticed even in decomposed dead fetus and may help to determine the live birth with other corroborative signs like with inflated lungs and positive hydrostatic test, which were also conducted in this case, and we are showing the positive signs. So in my opinion, I would like to conclude here that the signs of treatment, if we are able to find out in a dead fetus, then that can be considered as a sign of live birth. The case presented here shows the medical legal importance of the signs of treatment in dead fetus or newborn child and draws the attention of the autopsy surgeon towards the same to keep in mind as an important sign of live birth during the autopsy. So here are my references which I have taken into consideration. Thank you.